guys? Welcome back. This is HUD Podcast number 3. We're back again in the HUD Man Cave, talking about anything and everything that is entertainment news. I'm here with Gage Garrett, Josh Engard, Riley Dees, and a new guy in the podcast.
Garrett Wright.
Garrett Wright. There he is.
You forgot your name.
What's the new guy? What am I supposed to do?
This is the new guy.
Anyway,
That's right. They won't forget Garrett Wright, right? Garrett Wright?
Right,
Garrett.
Absolutely.
I'm confused.
All right, all the regulars and one new guy. This is the thing I want to talk about. First, I want to talk about the new Mortal Kombat. Who's played it?
I haven't yet, but
Yeah.
I've watched all the fatalities, so I spoiled that for myself.
I could not resist. I had to sit down and watch all the fatalities.
Yeah, they're awesome. Awesome.
I was like, what am I doing? It's like 2 a.m. I'm sitting here
Watching people get their heads, I would just say cut off, but it is way more extravagant than cutting heads off.
There's some supplemental things to getting your heads cut off.
They have invented all new ways to brutally kill somebody.
Ways you shouldn't even think of being possible.
Exactly.
Do you think it's one person's job to just sit down and like write fatality segments? Like
One person?
One sick person? Do you think they go to like a jail or like a hospital for the mentally insane?
Can we get Jeffrey Dahmer on the phone?
What is the most brutal way you can think of to kill somebody?
Just one time.
They've totally revolutionized the killing industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like they reinvented the wheel.
It's the overkilling industry now.
Yeah.
So who here has played it?
I played it.
I played a couple of rounds on it, and it was pretty intuitive, pretty good so far. I think the character I picked was Kung Lao, because I love Kung Lao.
Yeah.
And he was pretty brutal. He got the job done for sure. What are you guys? Who's your character?
I mean, Liu Kang, of course.
Liu Kang, classic.
I only got to play a few rounds at a friend's house, and the game is only so much fun whenever it lasts like 30 seconds before you get your arm ripped off and hit with it and thrown in a pond of acid. You know. But beautiful game, very fluid. It feels better than the other ones. Looks amazing and just. Yeah.
Bloody mess.
Yeah, I had the Mortal Kombat before this, and I always had such a hard time. It's a good one, but it is definitely one of the more technical ones. You have to push the buttons exactly perfectly, otherwise it's not going to happen. But then this one, it's a little bit more forgiving. You know, you can still do some pretty cool stuff by just button mashing. And
that's good.
I'm
definitely a button mashing guy.
I'm the
patron saint of button mashing.
It's what video games are made for.
Anytime I won in Injustice, which is like the Mortal Kombat of DC,
it's the same,
I won by
studio.
myself.
It's the same studio, I think.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
NetherRealms, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
They also had a mobile app. I had to delete it because it's almost 2 gigs in space.
Oh my
God! I got it and I was playing. I was like, this is actually not bad. But on the mobile app, it's literally just button or swipe, which is kind of lame.
Yeah.
And that's 2 gigs.
But they actually have a console version, and it's very intuitive. I mean, the graphics look great even on this. But it was 2 gigs. I was like, no, I can't handle that right now.
No.
So aren't there like 3 different stances on there now? Like,
yes.
Does gameplay change significantly? I don't know too much about that.
It's pretty cool. When you select your character, you get to select the play style that you want under that character. So there's 3 divisions. You know, I watched my roommate play with a character named. He's a new character. His name's Aaron Black. He's like a gunslinger, a merc, or assassin type. And he's got one where you have 2 pistols and a shotgun on your back, 2 pistols, a rifle on your back, or 2 pistols and like a sword of some kind. And for like the different classifications, it changes what moves are available, what moves you do, and ultimately more narrowly tailors a fighting style, so you can pick your favorite character and your favorite subset of that character.
That's awesome.
So it's I mean that was something that was really cool when I first saw the game.
And I like that it's not just ranged melee, magical abilities. It's not just those 3. I mean, there's like a stealth options for like reptile. There's poison options for reptile. Like each character has their own specific things. It's not just close quarters, ranged, and like magic. It's all very, very different.
Oh, that's very interesting.
What's y'all's favorite and worst fatality that you've seen so far?
Well, seeing as I haven't played, let's see. I really liked Scorpion's fatality, or one of the ones that he did. Of course, Scorpion's probably my favorite Mortal Kombat character ever. But
Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But I would have to say, yes, Scorpion's was probably the favorite one that I've seen so far. I don't really have a least favorite. They're all pretty awesome.
My favorite was from Kung Lao. He's got 2. I'd seen the first one already, but I hadn't seen the second one. And the second one, he takes off his hat, slices your body, and you don't see what really happens. And he cuts your head off. Your head goes up in the air, and comes down and like splits your body. It's awful. I was like, oh.
I haven't seen too much on it. The most I've seen of it was a video that Gage showed me of 2 football players in the Super Bowl playing him, Rob Gronkowski. It was a pretty good one. I think mostly what I saw was I also saw a lot of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, just classic ones, and there was one where I think Scorpion he pinned his head against a tree with his chain, already severed head.
Yeah.
I think that was in the cinematic trailer they released for the game.
I assume that's.
And it was like it showed him like, you know, get over here or whatever, and like, and the head being like almost cut off, and they cut off before that when Mortal Kombat 10, and then it showed the rest of it as like a you know, a little extra bit at the end of the segment of the trailer. It was great.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I really love Liu Kang, of course, because he's the Kung Fu master. But he will tell you at the beginning of the match, like, alright, I'll try to take it easy on your face. But his best fatality, in my opinion, is the one where he bends you over your knee after you're already KO'd and just kind of hits you like 40, 30 times, rips off your face, hits you another 40, 30 times, and it just kind of explodes. And then he hits you once more and you fall. Like
so it's kind of the great irony. Well, my least favorite is pretty funny. They gave a new one to Johnny Cage, and it's called Here's Johnny.
I've seen that one.
He dives his hands into their chest, rips them halfway apart, not all the way.
Yeah.
And puts his face in between it and goes, "Here's Johnny." And you're just like, "Ew, stop doing it.
Stop it, Johnny, stop."
It's just really cheesy and really. I mean, it's funny, but it's funny, but as far as like traditional fatalities, I don't like it very much. But it is definitely a very comical one, then for sure.
Okay, guys, you ready?
Let's do it.
Contest week number 3. Now this week, I told all the guys that were going to be on the podcast to create an album cover. An album cover they'd like to see an artist put out. And so here are submissions for the next albums for some of our favorite or least favorite artists.
Who's this first?
I'm gonna go ahead and show mine first to
Okay,
sort of get things flowing here. So
all right, let's see what we got here.
I think it'd be up here.
Yeah, it blinks. Oh,
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, I haven't pulled it up yet, but I'm gonna pull it up right now. Okay, so here we go. I present Nicki Minaj's new album, Asteroid.
that's fantastic.
I love what she's wearing. Are they what kind of shoes are those?
Those are moon boots.
Moon boots.
Obviously,
Right.
yeah.
You should have put some like legit moon shoes on her.
I kind of want to go up to Neil Armstrong or whichever astronaut it is and like put like a gold chain on him and like some cash in his hand, but I already flattened it into a JPEG. So that being said, you know what else you guys got for me here?
All right, is mine on there or not?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, it's on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well then, I guess you could show. I guess you could show mine. There. Okay. Well, I'm doing Cage against the Machine. Cage against the Machine. All right. Well, if this looks, punny. The album is going to be entitled. That's the band. All right. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, is that hand done?
Yeah, I did this by hand.
I love those flames.
Right? That's terrible. Anyways, the album is Declaration of Cage Dependence, obviously. Because Ghost Rider stole the Declaration of Independence.
That's great.
I saw that TV show.
Yeah, you know, I wrote. Let me think here. I wrote a little bit about it. Gave it a little backstory. We got the bees. We got the bees and the Wicker Man from the bees. Not the bees. Okay, let's see where we are here. All right. After an incredibly successful film career, Nick Cage is taking the music industry by storm. Declaration of Cage Dependence is the debut album of the band Cage Against the Machine. The band features vocals by Nick Cage, who also plays lead guitar and slaps the bass. Cage also bangs the drums, cowbell, and keyboard, which he does with his face. His patented Cage face. On the debut album, we'll hear such soon-to-be hit tracks as Not the Bees, Better Superman Than Reeves, Season of the Cage, National Treasure 3, And remember that time I won an Oscar. and so many more. To close out, this quote by Nick Cage sums up what is sure to be a triple platinum album. I am not a demon, I am a lizard, a shark, a heat-seeking panther. I want to be Bob Denver on acid playing an accordion. last we checked, the album doesn't even feature an accordion, but dream no small dreams and always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, then be Nick Cage.
That is fantastic.
That's all I got. You know, I feel like since they just put National Treasure on Netflix, it had to be Cage this week.
It had to be Cage.
Had to be Cage.
So.
I think yours is like hilariously simple though.
All right, well this is Josh.
All right, we're gonna go with Josh real quick.
It's Drizzy.
If you're reading this, you hurt my feelings.
Josh has done an interpretation of very sensitive Aubrey Graham, aka Drake. So
yeah,
let's
Drake,
talk about it a little bit.
Drake loves to talk about his feelings. He loves to talk about how you made him feel, and I think he just needs to cut out all the running around acting like he's a G and stuff, and he's just an overly emotional guy.
He was on Degrassi, for Christ's sake.
He was on Degrassi?
He was on Degrassi?
Oh, dude, yeah, he was on Degrassi.
That's great.
That's why he never started from the bottom. He was on Degrassi.
How old was he at that point?
His teens.
Yeah, 17, 18.
So he was on a TV show in his teens and he started from the bottom.
No, see,
He's choking on that silver spoon, bro.
It's a total myth. It is a total myth.
He's
But
also
he looks so sensitive
He's a
here.
privileged Canadian kid, man.
yeah. He doesn't know about the streets. But he knows about feelings.
Canadian.
And that's what we need to focus on with this new album, Drizzy. If you're watching, which I know you are, you need to focus more on your feelings. You need to talk about why that stripper not loving you just really tears you apart. Okay.
So let's just let it all out. Let the feels hit home.
If you need to cry while the mic's hot, cry while the mic's hot. Let him know. Let him know you're there.
Exactly. Just keep it rolling, man. Don't cut out those sob scenes, you know.
Yeah.
He does have that emotional side. He's probably one of the best emotional rappers nowadays. Him and like The Weeknd, you know.
Stop this whole
emotional
YOLO facade. Start thinking about you only live once. Let me live it with you, baby. You know? Because
Emotional rapper.
All right, Riley. I know you didn't send me like a JPEG of it, but
Well, my idea could not be contained to the internet.
okay. That's
All
all
right.
It is, I'm not going to say groundbreaking, but definitely world-changing.
There's a mic over there if you want to drop it.
Yes, please.
After you display your picture.
So let me... One second.
Yeah, there you go.
Mic check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask the question that we are all thinking.
Yeah.
Where has Kanye West been? He needs to write more songs about how amazing Kanye is.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why he's producing Kanye West by Kanye West, starring Kanye West, featuring Kanye West. With hits such as Damn, I Look Good. And don't you just love staring at yourself in the mirror?
He's a first-class narcissist, that Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
There should be another one in there that's I'm gonna let me finish.
I'm gonna let me finish.
Hashtag flew to the moon on that asteroid. What?
Featuring Nicki Minaj.
But Jay-Z does appear on the album, but Kanye West wrote all of Jay-Z's lyrics though.
Ah, yeah,
Right,
see, that
so-
makes sense. That's why
And he
it's,
produced the song.
that's why it was good.
I love how he kind of looks like Ray Charles to me.
Yeah, you know, I...
No,
Big ears.
Ray Charles looks like
Eyes are
Kanye. There's a
eyes.
complete difference.
You're right. Yeezy, I'm sorry.
Yeezus.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeezus by Jesus. Hey, or were you gonna, he wouldn't let you
No,
call that
it would be
anyway,
Jesus
so.
by Yeezus because
Jesus
Kanye
by-
makes
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
Jesus
I
by
mean,
Yeezus.
I was gonna ask him if he collabed on the album, but obviously Jesus wouldn't let Jesus on it.
No.
Well, as Jesus, I proclaim that he proclaimed himself as above Jesus, what, like 10 years ago? So, I mean, he's futuristic. He's living in 2035. We're still talking about things that he got over in 2006. He's, okay. Kanye is amazing. Kanye's love, Kanye's life.
Kanye.
Kanye West by Kanye West,
Kanye,
featuring Kanye West. Produced,
Fun
written,
fact.
and directed by Kanye West.
Kanye found Murph before McConaughey did.
Murph.
Yeah,
On this podcast, we always end up talking about freaking Interstellar.
It's because the book is right here.
You're telling me you guys did not see the after credit scene in Interstellar where Kanye West comes in and saves the day?
I didn't say for the credits.
You didn't. You missed you clearly didn't say after the after credits because Kanye is the one who opened up the wormhole for him in the first place.
Kanye is gravity. I knew it.
He knows how to bend gravity.
He's one of the future humans, right?
He's exactly.
Are you telling me that Kanye calls the blight too?
Exactly.
No one man should have all that power.
It makes so much.
The clock's ticking. Every hour here is 7 years on Earth.
All right, Garrett.
Okay, I've been told that mine was a little inappropriate, but I'll show the original version and let your imagination flow. This, I took the Drake cover, and see how there's a little comb in his hair?
Yeah.
Let's just say mine wasn't a comb.
Oh man, you done photoshopped him?
I believe Garrett was referring to some sort of phallic-shaped object.
Like a shaped object. Yeah,
like a spoon, silver spoon.
Very small baseball bat.
Something male anatomy.
Yeah.
Something. I hope you catch our drift.
Well,
a baby bird.
Well, after some great submissions, I don't know. Do you guys want to vote on this one?
We'll vote.
Okay, let's vote on this one.
Right.
Okay, who would like to vote?
Okay, we'll just go off and name everybody's first.
Okay.
All right. So asteroid.
Nicki Minaj, Asteroid.
I'm going with asteroid. Asteroid
That's
was
two.
good. All right.
Cameraman's got to vote in it too.
Does it count? We should vote on if it counts.
If it count, or if we end up with a tie, he'll be the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all right.
Okay, so two for Asteroid.
2 for asteroid.
Cage Against the Machine.
I've got the backstory and everything.
I was like, yeah, the backstory of the song. Yeah, I like the effort.
I think I'd like to vote for Cage Against the Machine as well.
All right. Cool.
So I think we're gonna vote Cage Against the Machine as one of the album cover contest.
Can't wait to see them at Warped Tour this year.
I will edit you a Photoshop version of the album cover.
And I want to hang it up in here.
I'll put it somewhere. Maybe in the podcast, maybe in here. I'll do it just like that. I'll take that concept, maybe run with it a little bit. We will see Cage Against the Machine in 2015.
I want a vinyl, bro. I want to hang
more
a vinyl.
T-shirts made.
That's what I'm saying. We may need to sell these T-shirts for
this could be our new
fundraising next semester.
Exactly. Cage Against the Machine.
So
Who wouldn't want that
congratulations to Gage for winning the 3rd week podcast contest.
Thank you.
All right, this is the next segment we want to do. It's a new one. I like to call it On the Block, and I'm offering myself up as a guinea pig this time. And this is where we're going to take someone who's a self-proclaimed expert in something, and the entire podcast is going to grill them on questions on it and see if they can get it right. We're going to keep it candid, keep it light, and see how it goes. This subject is Lord of the Rings. So you guys hit me with all the questions you want about Lord of the Rings. I've probably got answers. I know you prepared for it. You took like a Silmarillion quiz online.
I found the toughest Silmarillion quiz I could find.
Oh boy,
Got some questions
I'm
for it,
probably gonna embarrass myself here.
I'm ready to push you.
I kind of want to go on Quiz Up and just be like Lord of the Rings section difficult.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go first, man. If you got questions, go for it.
I've got 5 of them for you. Okay. All right. So first off, who made the Silmarils?
The Silmarils, that's easy. His name was Feanor.
That's it. All right.
And he was a very, very gifted elf, born of the First Age.
Nice. See, I was taking this quiz. I had no idea what they were talking about. Silmarillion. It's also been a long time since I've really been in Lord of the Rings. As much as I love it, I need to read up more on it. Anyway, moving on. How many kings of the Noldor were there?
Kings of the Noldor. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this one's easy.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I have multiple choice. Would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to let you do this, but okay. We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 10.
I'm gonna say there was 7.
That's right. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
What? Who
2 for 2.
Nice.
On the insanely hard Silmarillion. Okay. Tulkas was the Valor of the Moon. True or false?
I'm gonna say no. Tulkas is not the Valar of the Moon. Tulkas is the big brooding one. He wrestles the evil Valar, whose name is Morgoth, into submission. That's when they get him the first time. So Tulkas is like the big brooding one. I think the one for the moon is
This guy.
Nerd.
Yavanna? I don't know.
Takes the question and goes.
He just knows things.
Alright, you're officially
I feel like I know this so early on.
All right.
I feel like you ask him a question and he picks up the
So
story
that was false.
The story starts here and goes here.
It's like page 682, of course. Paragraph 3 starts as.
Alright, number 4. Who was the mother of Arendelle?
Oh, okay. Mother of Arendelle.
Uh-oh.
No. It's coming.
He's visualizing the pages.
Iceberg.
Idril. No?
He's 4 out of 4.
Ah!
Oh my god. Alright, this is my last chance.
And just to clarify it to our audience, he has his computer up with the script for podcast.
No,
He's not cheating.
Not cheating.
He's not cheating at all.
Not cheating.
I've been
This
watching
is straight off the
his
dome.
No, he's
Off the dome, bro.
Alright, last chance to stump you. In what battle was Fingolfin killed? Fingolfin?
I'm gonna go say the Battle of Unnumbered Tears.
No.
No. I don't remember the names of the battles, man.
It was Dagor Bragollach.
Oh, okay.
See, I can't even pronounce half
That
this
was
stuff.
okay. For all we know, the translation might be what I said, but yeah, that's like
Might as well just
some
keep
crazy.
All right, he went 5 for 5.
Okay, is anyone else? Okay, that was
I
I did better than I thought I was gonna do. So
I'm just gonna pull some questions. All right, according to I don't know if this was actually confirmed by a higher power or not, but in the scene in the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, when they're leaving Moria, Gandalf obviously gets taken down by the Balrog.
Balrog, yes.
Balrog. Okay, there we go. Anyways, he says something to the group. Okay, he said, "Fly, you fools." What did he mean by that?
Okay.
There's more to it.
I've heard this. This is an internet theory
Yes.
that he's encouraging them to get the eagles to fly them to Mordor.
Yes.
Like everyone
which
says
which
that they
gets
should
gets
do.
rid of every which gets rid of
all
every
of their problems. Literally, the eagles solve every single problem.
literally, yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, well, good. He's up on his fan lore then.
Here we go.
Nice.
See,
I
and
read that too.
that makes sure.
That makes me feel good.
And
All
this doesn't have to be like grilling me on like what's right or wrong. You guys can just ask me questions like if you're curious about something.
Okay.
So,
I was honestly going to ask
where-
it to everyone, just an
Okay.
innocent opinion one. If you could be any race in the Lord of the Rings universe, what would it be?
I'd be a hobbit.
Hobbit.
Hobbits are just they're fun. I mean, they live in holes in the ground.
Your hair.
They drink all the time.
They have second breakfast.
What about second breakfast? They have 11sies. They have 11sies, 12sies, afternoon tea.
What's a second breakfast?
I mean, Pippin is probably my favorite hobbit, so yeah, I would totally be a hobbit.
I would totally be a dwarf. I'm short enough already. Still working on the beard, but Gimli's my favorite character.
Gimli's awesome.
Gimli's a great character in the movies and the books. And
That's me.
I can see you hurling around a war axe.
Oh yeah, dude, axed out.
And whenever you get the beard, I can see you say, "Not the beard!
Toss me.
Toss me! Don't tell the elf."
I'd be an elf because
Be an elf?
this is my favorite character.
You
Just
kinda-
ranged attack, kind of.
You kind of look like Peter Jackson would cast you as an elf. I think.
That makes me
I
feel
think.
good.
I
It's
think
the
so.
cheekbones
You know.
and the angular jaw.
Because the elf is like the ideal version of a human being in Tolkien lore.
So you're saying I'm perfect?
Oh well, in some
Well, visually apparently.
Stop it.
Like,
I'm not that great
aesthetically
with the
easy
bow,
on the
so
I'm pretty good with the bow staff.
I'm curious to hear Riley's.
Okay, so I don't.
He's gonna create one right now.
I know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So I know my answer, but I don't know the name of the race.
Okay.
right, in the same way.
So that's good.
You better
So
not take mine.
there's that Eye of Saffron. Chiron.
Sauron.
What race is he?
He is okay.
Yeah, what is he?
This is okay. So you guys are asking what Sauron is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So here we go. In Tolkien lore, you have basically God, and his name is Iluvatar, right? And then under him, you have the Valar, and they are basically, if you want to go biblical, the angels. Okay, you have the fallen angel Melkor, who they then call Morgoth when he destroys Valinor, the home of the elves. Okay, so you have those. So here's the hierarchy. Under them, you have another race that's above men and elves called the Maiar, and in that group you have the wizards, other sort of elemental beings, and Sauron. Sauron is a Maiar. He's kind of like if Gandalf was super, super evil, but he's kind of like on the same plane of Gandalf, and they're one step below Valar, one above men and elves.
Interesting.
So he's kind of in the middle. That's why he doesn't die, or I mean he can die, but that's why he's very, very hard to kill. Like people like Morgoth, like the angels, the Valar, they cannot die. So what they do in the Silmarillion, instead of because they can't kill Melkor, they basically throw him off the side of the world. Into basically the void or the abyss, to where he can't do anything.
That's
so
cheap. They just push him off a cliff.
He's like Voldemort.
They can't kill him. Yeah.
Shh. He's like Voldemort. I would like to volunteer for a Harry Potter one of these. I'm pretty good with my Harry Potter stuff.
You hang with Harry Potter?
I can hang with Harry Potter.
Garrett, what would you like to be?
Okay. It's from The Hobbit. What is the race of the man that they go see who turns into a bear, who can turn into a bear?
His name is Beorn.
Yes, Beorn. What is his race?
They don't really specify. They call him a skin changer.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of a mystery. Also, another mystery character that I think is awesome. You guys ever heard of Tom Bombadil?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's the only one who ring doesn't affect.
Tom Bombadil. He's this little old bearded man who lives in this place called the Old Forest, which is a region outside of the Shire, and he basically has dominion over everything in that realm, and not even the ring affects him. In fact, he says that he's been around since creation, right? So he's this old being that basically is above everything. In fact, in the Fellowship of the Ring, he's like, oh haha, he takes the ring and he makes it disappear, and then he just brings it back, and he's basically untouchable.
It's like, no!
He's awesome. I know. In the game Battle for Middle Earth, you can summon him and he totally kicks ass. It's awesome.
Dude, my favorite was the Two Towers game.
The Two Towers game was great.
All the way, you have two swords, basically infinite arrows.
The arrows glowed.
Yeah.
Killing that troll in Moria.
That actually ties into my question that I came here with.
Okay.
I have one other, but this one is basically the only thing I've ever wondered about Lord of the Rings as I'm watching. How big is Legolas's quiver?
It is, in fact, never ending. That's not based in anything. That's just a joke.
No, it is though. I saw him shoot at least 300.
You have to take into account the fact that he just steals some of his other ones. He's like Daryl Dixon. He never runs out of arrows just because he goes and picks them up.
Oh yeah.
As he's fighting, he goes, "Give me that back. I need that."
Come on.
As he reaches back, he grabs one out of a dead body.
Even Hawkeye ran out of arrows in the
Hey, he uses them efficiently too. Many times he pulls out one, stabs an orc in the eye with it, and then fires it off.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Well, I mean, Legolas is kind of incredible. I think in each Lord of the Rings all the way through the final Hobbit movie, he does his go-to. He always has that one scene in which he just does impossible things. It gets progressively bigger each time.
So what you know about Legolas being in the Hobbit films in The Desolation of Smaug, he has God mode turned on.
Oh yeah,
he's jumping on barrels that are going down.
He's pretty much untouchable throughout the entire book series and film series.
Yeah.
There's never really anything that puts his life in danger. Which
I remember being little and watching the Two Towers, and whenever Aragorn went over the cliff, I was crying in the theater. I was like, "You killed my favorite character!"
Do you guys know that the scene where Viggo Mortensen was floating down the river on his back? He almost died during that scene. He got caught like a vortex or something.
Such an underrated actor. I love Viggo.
He got sucked under and he almost drowned.
That's scary. That's super scary.
Yeah.
It's the worst way to die because you're conscious for several seconds after you've already drowned.
Either that or burning to death. I feel like those two would probably be the worst.
And now we're back to fatalities. All right. Does anybody have any other questions?
I do.
Okay.
Actually, what Gage was talking about earlier, with Gandalf falling off the ledge after they've escaped and he's defeated. Crap, what's his name?
The Balrog.
Yes, the Balrog. And I turned on the subtitles because I couldn't quite hear what he said, and the subtitles read, "Run, you fools!" But y'all were saying it was fly, so I always thought it was run, but it's actually fly.
It's actually fly, and fly sort of in the language in which Tolkien wrote it, is very synonymous with run or flee.
Okay.
Fly and flee, both very, very, very synonymous. So it's just a language thing.
Okay. I had another question.
Sure.
The land that the elves go to, like that they're fleeing the land of men to go to. I thought that was destroyed. Like I thought that what didn't exist.
No. That land is called Valinor, and that is the place where elves go. It's essentially heaven, right?
Right.
It's called the Undying Lands. It's where they're from, and where they go back to. But the one that's destroyed was this island called Numenor. That's in between Valinor and Middle Earth.
Oh. Okay.
And it was inhabited by men, and this is where Sauron becomes a very key member in the story. Is he goes to Numenor after the elves and the Valar take care of Morgoth, and he goes there and he corrupts their kings over hundreds of years, and tells them to invade Valinor, and they do, and the Valar sink the island into the ocean, and only a few of them escape. Only like one family escapes, and it's the family that ends up becoming the men of Gondor. Which is Aragorn's line.
Lineage,
so
right.
Aragorn's lineage comes down like you know the guy in the beginning of the movie who cuts Sauron's fingers off.
Yeah.
He was one of them. He was he was the son of the king that flees, or one of the noblemen who flees. His name was Elendil. I know the two names are very similar, but so that was Numenor was the island that was destroyed.
Okay. I knew that Valinor was heavily. I don't want to say foreshadowed, but it was heavily implied that it was a heaven type type thing, especially at the ending of Return of the King.
Yeah.
It was heavily implied that they were going to not die, but go to heaven basically.
Stupid Frodo had to ditch Sam there.
Anybody else?
I actually do, and
okay.
it's something that I've worried about ever since, like before I even saw Lord of the Rings. I hear about it, and then it's about a bunch of different people, and there's a ring in there, and then a bunch of different people have the ring. Who's the Lord of the Ring?
Oh, okay. The Lord of the Rings implies Sauron. So, like in the movie, Gandalf says to Saruman, "There is only one Lord of the Rings, and he does not share power."
I remember
so that's because it's very implied that Saruman is trying to get the ring to use it for himself. And Gandalf basically saying to him, that's foolish because he doesn't share power and he's going to destroy you. That's Sauron who had the rings created and then amassed a ring to rule them and use those rings to corrupt pretty much everyone but the elves. Do you know that Gandalf has one of them? Gandalf, Galadriel, and Elrond, I think, have the 3 rings for the elves.
Yeah.
So Gandalf's ring is as powerful as
no,
the ring?
It's not, but
it won't corrupt you though.
No, it did not corrupt the elves because they're sort of on a higher level, and the dwarves really just didn't care. They were too worried about digging into the ground. But it did corrupt the men, and all the men who got the 9 rings, they became the ring wraiths, or the Black Riders.
All right.
That sounds fantastic.
So I think I survived the block.
Yeah,
I think you did.
So, we'll see who gets it next time.
Way to go, Jenny, from the block.
You killed it.
Every bit of literature there is on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Thanks guys. That was fun. All right. I think the next thing I want to talk about was the new concept for Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
Or the people who created Jared Leto's Joker. What do you guys think? I wasn't blown away by it at all.
Yeah, I know that Jared Leto's going to do a great job with the role.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. He's very manic. He can be very manic. That being said, it's very interesting. It's very... He looks old school Joker with a new school twist, like the tattoos and the metal teeth. Not a fan of the face tattoos. I think he has one on his forehead that says damaged.
Yeah,
we know the Joker is damaged. You don't have to spell it out for us.
No, they put it on his head so you know it's brain damage.
Yeah, duh. I do like the idea of. I saw somebody say somewhere that he has metal teeth because Batman just punched him out. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that could be a cool adaptation. Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet. And I'm okay, I guess, with the body tattoos. I only don't see his body that much. That's all right. I mean, the only way I know Joker's in a purple suit, so.
Yeah.
Purple suit, white skin. Just no, let's see that.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think it's very scary. Like if I didn't know anything about this guy and I saw this picture, like, oh my god, this guy's damaged. But yeah, interesting. It'll be interesting to see what. I'm not gonna hold out anything because I was one of those who was like, oh my god, Heath Ledger's the Joker, the guy from Brokeback Mountain. Are you kidding me? Heath Ledger's gonna be the Joker, and then obviously he gave not only one of the best villain performances, but one of like the best supporting performances in the history of cinema. And
absolutely.
So yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait and see. I'm already more impressed with Ben Affleck's Batman than I thought I was gonna be. He has the perfect chin.
He does have a good Batman
chin. Good Batman chin. I've actually got it right here.
You saved his chin?
I saved his chin.
Oh, God, you did? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, man.
Look at this. I mean, it's perfect.
You cover the eyes and you barely even know it's him. So
this is what it is. It's Batman. It's the promotional posters for him or whatever.
Batman vs Superman.
For Batman,
and then Superman.
by Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured I'd go ahead and nerd out with that. But
Grand movie.
yes,
that new
I think it'll be great.
Is fantastic. I love that they are not trying to completely replace Heath Ledger because, as you said, that's just not
impossible.
No, you gotta create something new. You can't go for the exact same thing as Ledger was. So.
Well, I don't think it's exceptionally new as well. I think it's going to be closer to the Batman Beyond Joker, running around, bouncing everything. Just I don't know.
My favorite Joker of all time is actually not Ledger. It's Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah, the
in
animated.
any kind of animated, voice acted. And I know a lot of you out there have probably played either Batman Arkham Asylum or Batman Arkham City. And Mark Hamill was the voice of the Joker in both of those, including Batman the Animated Series, which is probably the best cartoon ever made.
Yeah.
And man, the way Mark Hamill twists his voice into what I hear in my head is the Joker. It's just incredible, and the fact that Luke Skywalker made a very, very, very successful career for himself as a voice actor. So I think the voice allows you to do more in cooperation with animation than one actor could do with trying to do both of them at the same time. I'm not going to set my expectations too high or too low for Leto's Joker. I'm definitely going to go see the movie because I think Suicide Squad's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it is. Hopefully they just get rid of the forehead tattoo and it'll be good.
Tattoos are permanent though.
Yeah, on a side note, I think that
no, movie magic.
I think that they casted Harley Quinn perfect. Margot Robbie. She's gonna be perfect as Harley Quinn. I can see her being like the
like imagine her from Wolf of Wall Street, same kind of accent,
exactly,
but completely crazy and evil.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
I love her even more.
That'll be good.
It should be great.
The first thing I thought of, going back to the poster of the concept of Joker, is, obviously they're not trying to replace Heath Ledger, and they shouldn't try.
Nope.
They're doing this whole new style, and the whole just art style of how he looked, the metal teeth, and the psycho look. The first thing I thought of was actually, he looked like somebody out of Borderlands.
I can get
He
that.
looked like some psychopath you would come across in that universe. So, and if they kind of go for that little, I don't know how to describe it, but that kind of vibe that Borderlands gave off for this, that would actually suit the Joker pretty well. So
interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
This manic, off the wall, just psychopath, and at the end of the day, that's who the Joker is.
Yeah,
definitely. And even from what we've seen of him, we kind of know what he's going to be, and then the Joker is a certain way. But then there's also still, we don't know what it's going to be. Infinite possibilities while knowing exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and that's one of the most amazing things about hype.
Oh yeah.
Hype.
Just letting your imagination take it further and further.
That's the only bad thing.
And then sometimes you're horribly disappointed.
Exactly.
And
you get too
that.
hyped.
Dude, I heard he's gonna eat a cockroach.
If that's the worst thing the Joker does, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I'd rather see the Joker eat 3 cockroaches and then maybe.
I was gonna say, do you not remember the pencil?
I was just about to say that.
In the comics, the Joker cuts his own face off and staples it back onto his head to prove a point to Batman.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
I do not remember that.
You know how I got these scars?
You know I have these staples.
Well, that's all you guys have to say about the Joker. I think we're gonna go into our go-to segment, YouTube's Best. What you guys got?
Well, in the spirit of the Joker, I would just like to recommend the Batman vs Superman trailer.
There you go.
It's we kind of go with the funny approach to this normally, but the Batman vs Superman trailer is, it got me super excited, and I'm really excited to see the content of it, because what they were putting off in the trailer was that we got the whole false god thing or whatever, and what happens when that false god comes in or whatever and he goes bad, and so that's where Batman comes in, and it's just something that we haven't seen in a superhero movie before, so I'm hoping that it's going to be fantastic.
It was so dark.
Yeah, it was super
dark. I don't know, I think it might suit this movie, but I don't know if I agreed with how dark Man of Steel was.
It was really dark.
It's like God forbid I have any fun at a Superman movie.
Yeah, and that's just Zack Snyder though, and they're just trying to, I guess, establish DC as the darker universe.
Yeah.
Nolan did that
darker than Marvel. It's just gonna be a race of darkness.
You're missing the point of Superman. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've got to tell you, he's completely overpowered, and he has the potential to end the world at any point in time. One of the most terrifying and exciting things about him is he's deciding to help for now, but just they're constantly struggling with, oh no, what if he decides to turn evil? Yeah. And it's a valid question, and they're doing the same thing with the Batman versus Superman idea. What if a god, Superman, decides to go bad?
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a cool story ploy. Yeah, and actually, I heard something really interesting, that Superman is, like, every superhero has a secret identity, right? Superman is the only superhero where his normal identity is his secret identity. Clark Kent is Superman's secret identity. He truly is Superman.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting. And all he has to do is wear glasses.
Yeah. You know, the hair.
Hair matters. But,
right for a newspaper. No big deal.
And now for something completely different. I've got one this week. Have you guys ever heard of Smooth McGroove?
Yeah.
He's this dude, got a big old beard, and he does a cappella 8-bit music. 8 parts usually, and he does them all himself. So he uses his own voice and just builds a track with 8 parts for 8-bit music. You guys gotta check it out. He's awesome. Like, he does all the, like, pretty much the whole score for Zelda Ocarina of Time. He's done Sonic games, Final Fantasies, really old classic games, Mario, stuff like that. Just, he's great. So yeah, you guys should definitely check him out.
So, I don't know if you guys have seen Vsauce videos.
Oh,
Vsauce.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen the specific one. They asked what would happen if the sun disappeared.
I've seen that one.
I have not seen that one.
I've learned so much just about our solar system and our relationship with the sun and how it affects us so much from that video. He answers the simple question: what would happen if the sun disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you wouldn't know about it for 6 minutes because that's how long it takes to light.
That's
also,
crazy.
The gravity. So we would also just fling off into space.
Yeah.
One thing a lot of people, I don't think you would guess this, obviously plant life is going to die off because it can't photosynthesize. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to affect us in the short term on an astronomical scale. Right now in the atmosphere, there's 10,000 years worth of oxygen for all of the living things on Earth to breathe. So for oxygen, we're good for 10,000 years. The problem is, within a year, Earth would be a ball of ice.
It would be cold.
A lot of people think that as soon as the sun went away, boom, it'd be ice age. No, it's a little more gradual than that.
Yeah.
It would last like 30 seconds and then turn into an ice age.
No, it would be an ice age, but we'd be dead.
Yeah. After 3 weeks, it would start to get pretty grim for living things on Earth. But at the end of the video, basically, Earth is going to be a ball of ice flying off into the galaxy, and the only life is maybe microbes down at the bottom of the sea near vents from the Earth's mantle that produce enough heat for those to live. And basically, Earth just becomes this ball of ice with a little bit of microscopic life in it, just flying off into nowhere.
Dang.
Until it hits another planet and starts life there.
Yeah.
Circle.
It's like,
and it moves your soul.
That was one.
Thank you.
We need to add a D's singing element, apparently.
yeah.
These songs.
D's notes.
These songs.
You look like the Invisible Man. What are you doing?
That's kind of creepy.
What are you talking about?
I think it works.
He's gone
Haters
from,
gonna hate.
He's gone from Bronson to this.
What are y'all talking about?
He's applying for Batman's new villain.
Speaking of Batman villains, did y'all know that Nick Cage was actually going to be the Scarecrow in Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin?
Oh God, no!
Whoa.
That would have been awesome. We would have got Scarecrow puns along with ice puns and plant puns.
How many villains were they planning on having in that one?
They didn't have enough, if you ask me.
So, this week's hot topic in YouTube is undisputedly zoochosis. Now, zoochosis is a little strange.
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
I'm remembering things.
But yeah, that song will haunt your dreams. Proceed with caution. But most of their videos, all of their videos are amazing. But it's slightly sexually oriented. Like they did a Playboy commercial in 2015. But yeah, everything is extremely well done. Cinematography is spot on. All the mise en scène is relevant. Just all of it. And they don't use words.
I like that.
It'll be maybe 10 words in a 4-minute video. And it's just... After every single one, there's a statement, and it pulls you into a problem in society today, and then catapults you out. And then while you're just at the apex of this catapult, it ends, and you're just...
You're right, bestiality is a problem.
I don't know if my body can handle
The
it.
stigma against it is what they were arguing there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying don't do something else.
Alright, Garrett?
Oh man, I'm not sure I can top that. But currently, I've been watching a lot of. He's a YouTube mixer. He has his own mixing board. His name's Metronome. Gnome spelled G-M-O-N-E.
Oh, snap.
Or G-N-O-M-E.
Metro.
And but anyway, so what he does is he'll take something that, like for instance, he'll take the soundtrack to the beginning of a show, or he'll take a ringtone. I know he's done the basic iPhone ringtone, but he's also done the Game of Thrones intro, and he'll completely remix the whole thing. And his Game of Thrones intro is very impressive. He'll bring in characters from the show, and he'll have them on sound clips on his mixer, and he'll just hit it, and it'll do the sound clip, and he really is very good at what he does. And he always films himself doing it as he's recording it. And the motions that he does and all the stuff that he has to pay attention to, it's just very impressive to watch him do it. So sometimes you'll get lost in watching him like actually work the board, and you'll be like, oh wait, this song's actually like really cool. And he's like, wow, he's like making it like right now. It's very cool to watch.
So it's like a soundboard, so with all those different buttons and lights and bells and whistles.
Yeah. He's got all kinds, but the one that he's best at is it's basically a light board with these little boxes that change colors. And he can change, I believe there's 3 sections, and each section, like these 20 boxes, all do something different, and he memorizes each button. Like there's no labels, there's no nothing, it's just colors, and he memorizes each one. And so he'll just go through and just hit them out, and one will be a symbol, and he'll just hit out the beat himself. And then he'll save the beat, and the beat will keep going, and he does the whole build, everything himself, and it's very impressive. So that's mine for the week.
I wish I was talented.
I wish I had the skills.
The skills that thrill.
Okay, it's come time again for my favorite time of the podcast. Our segment we've named These Answers. We did one last week about time travel, which was great. This week the subject is dinosaurs.
Ended up a little NSFW last week with punching Mother Teresa in the face.
Last week was very NSFW.
That wasn't that bad. That was y'all misunderstood.
What do you consider bad? Punching Mother Teresa is not that bad.
Bad?
Or what Josh said with the GoPro thing.
I consider giving children the chocolate milk that we do every day in school bad. Has, in general, like 2 sugar cubes per cup of chocolate milk. We're giving that to kids 2, sometimes 3
This isn't the first time I've heard this rant.
That's ridiculous. We're not giving them any nutrients. That's disgusting. It's but yeah.
Okay, who's got some dino questions?
So let's
Riley?
All right. So, you are a Triceratops, I would say.
I am a? Okay.
Yeah, you are a.
Good question.
Because well, yeah, no, it's a fact. Because you're a vegetarian, right?
More or less.
More or less. Okay.
I cheat, but
bacon is amazing.
that's what I tell the ladies.
How you doing? All right, so let's say you're a Triceratops, a herbivore,
Alright.
and the comet is coming. Okay, The comet that wiped out the dinosaurs.
I get where this is going.
You have to eat one dinosaur to save the rest of the dinosaurs. Which dinosaur do you eat?
What? I love this question. I'm gonna say that right now.
So this dinosaur, but me eating this dinosaur will turn around this comet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It reverses the.
I can accept that.
Okay.
I can accept that.
But it has to be a carnivore.
That's almost ironically just, isn't it?
Exactly.
I was gonna say, wait. I have a question for your question.
Okay.
not directed to
I
you.
almost do too.
Yeah, I have a question for your question. Does he have to eat one of them, or does he he eats that one? There's no more of this type.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Oh, so eat these things to extinction?
Yes.
I have to eat an entire race
Yeah,
before
yes,
this
yes, exactly.
asteroid hits the ground.
You must eat
And they have to be a carnivore.
It must
They
have
can only eat.
Don't pick the T-Rex.
All right, what's yours?
All right.
And
Do you have to consume every bit of each dinosaur? Just take like a bite of each.
Man, you gotta spend the rest of the other.
No, there's gotta be no evidence by the time the comic gets there. No evidence.
Eat everything on your plate.
Well, before you get up from the table, but dinosaurs don't have tables, you see.
There are starving
The
dinosaurs
world
in
is
Africa.
a
You've got to finish that.
That's true. But the dinosaur that does need to never exist, or never have exist, is the crocodile. Alligators. Alligators are dinosaurs. I don't know if y'all knew this. They're armored killing machines that can destroy things 6 times their weight. They go and they grab on something's leg and they do what's called a death roll. They grab and they spin for, they can do it 20, 30 minutes until just that thing is completely demolished.
Right.
And they're covered with spikes. And a life without those would be much safer. We need more fuzzy animals, less spiky animals,
Yeah, but if you don't have crocodiles, you don't have the crocodile hunter. And I think the world is
We also
I don't
don't
think you
have.
thought through that one.
We also don't have fried alligator, and fried alligator is incredible.
Is it?
I've
You
never
also don't have
Incredible.
Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, man.
So now look what you've done.
Well, okay. Let me
Hope you're
go
happy,
on.
Triceratops.
So Steve Irwin,
Way to go, Trent.
I'm very happy.
I guess Steve Irwin would still be alive, but he would be like a lame, penguin guy.
He'd
We have
be
enough of
snake
those.
tamer, and he wouldn't be swimming with no.
We get killed by a stingray, so I guess that point's...
He would get killed by a penguin this time around.
No. The point still is not moot. It's relevant because if he was never the crocodile hunter, if he was a snake hunter, that's real lame. He's not going to get famous that way. He's not going to go vacation where he gets stung by swimming with stingrays. You see, it's better for the whole race because now we have
would be alive. That's lame.
Crocky.
So lame. Yeah.
It'd just be real lame.
On a side note, I think that is like the most lame way to go out. Death by stingray. Come on, Steve, you're better than that.
We all expected
We expected better.
something
Shaming him
intense.
after his death. Ow.
Yeah, I'm
So
kind of a jerk.
Riley, you said last week on the podcast that you, if you could, would give chickens arms.
Definitely.
Would you also give dinosaurs arms too?
T-Rex.
I know they had arms, but like
Muscle.
man
Would
arms.
you give a
Man
T-Rex
arms?
fully functioning man arms that he can opposable thumbs too?
I would if he would agree to some conditions.
He would roll the planet.
Yes, because that's the thing. He would rule the planet. He could drive cars. He could drive spaceships.
That's a big
now
car.
we have T-Rexes on the moon. Like no. He's got to sign a contract.
How do you sign a contract with the tiny little arms?
He's like,
I can't read this. I can't read this and sign it at the same time.
I want to go back
I don't
to
know what
T-Rexes on the
writing.
moon and think about T-Rexes running NASA for a second. Can you imagine the terror?
How are we gonna put Nicki Minaj on the moon without T-Rexes running things?
How are we
How
going
are
to
we
be
gonna
famous?
T-Rex
How are we
Little
gonna find
T-Rex
Murph
movie.
if all the astronauts are dinosaurs? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Thanks a lot, McConaughey.
But no, I probably wouldn't give T-Rexes arms just because that would be bad for me.
That'd be
Because
bad
that's
for
their
you
one
personally.
weakness.
Okay.
That and like lasers. But
And lasers.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When the Louisiana Purchase was made,
yeah.
we were really excited. Okay, give me a minute.
We're
Wait a second,
excited.
this is a little bit different of a time
I
period.
enjoy the setup here.
Okay, when the Louisiana Purchase was made, we doubled the size of the country, right? Brief history lesson. Well, nobody knew what was in that land in America. We had never been out there. There were people out there who wanted this land explored because they really thought there might still be dinosaurs there. This is historic fact.
There were.
We really thought there might be a chance there's dinosaurs out there. So, Riley, you're Lewis or Clark or both.
Or John Smith.
It's the early 1800s, and you stumble across a dinosaur in Kansas.
Kansas?
Of all places. I don't think we're Britain anymore.
What is your...
How big is it?
It's definitely a T-Rex.
It's definitely a T-Rex. Actually, no, you come across a pack of velociraptors.
A pack?
A pack. Like 6.
Ooh.
A 6-pack.
So I'm just... So, okay, since it is a 6-pack, if it were 5, I would not take it on because of fear. But since it is a 6-pack, I have my pride on the line. I would stalk those velociraptors, figure out, learn about them. When do they sleep? When do they, eat? When do they leave their children alone?
Remind me not to piss you off.
You can't be rash with these things.
When do they leave their children alone?
What?
He's gonna kill the babies.
No, they can kill the babies, not at first, but I mean... Are you kidding me? Veal is delicious. Are you telling me you would not try the veal of velociraptors?
Baby velociraptors,
yeah. You just gotta break their legs whenever they're born so they don't get, muscular.
So they can't get away.
That nice buttery... y'all don't know where veal comes from?
Yeah, baby cows. Yeah, it's baby cows.
Yeah, they break their legs.
Really taste the youth.
Yeah, that's what makes it good. That's why and plus velociraptor eggs. I would eat an egg first.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Veloci omelet.
Here's dinner.
So much.
Baby raptor comes out.
Yeah, that or tree bark.
Rotten.
Eggs, please. But no, I would wait. I would watch. Wait until they left their young. Maybe we'll capture one of the young and then use that to lure them in to lasso one to ride it because that's really
what the end game here.
Yeah, I would ride home victorious on a velociraptor and become a billionaire.
Yeah, what is your alternate death for the dinosaurs?
What is the best way that the dinosaurs went out?
The best way is they evolve space wings.
Touché.
There we go.
And they live on Mars,
so they're
waiting for us to become intelligent enough to
Join
go
them.
and speak to them. Because we're very violent. Because dinosaurs were violent. Dinosaurs and T-Rexes are cuddly. You don't have any evidence to prove.
See, I also want to ask some Land Before Time questions too. I'm just chock full of them.
Well, I mean, tree stars would be nice to have.
If you were in the universe of Land Before Time, which dinosaur would you kill first?
Littlefoot, I hate him.
And why is it Littlefoot?
Yeah, that's because he's terrible at everything, and he's just so sweet.
Clumsy.
I would punch him right in his slut face, just like Mother Teresa. Just like Mother Teresa. Wow.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
I don't know, who's the new one that they introduced that was a T-Rex?
Chomper.
Yeah, I'd kill Chomper because she's gonna end up eating the rest.
I'm gonna kill Chomper and then kill Littlefoot because I don't like Littlefoot.
No, just punch
when I was a little kid, I was watching. I was like, no, you guys, this is a bad idea. This is gonna go south. And sure enough, like you just feel the tension. Like, okay, everything's been good for a while. It's time for that time in the movie which something goes bad, right? And I was a nervous wreck when I used to watch it when I was a little kid. It's bad.
Oh yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fantastic discussion about dinosaurs and all of the insight our friend Riley Dees gives us. But I believe that is all the time we have today for the Heads Up Display podcast. Please watch us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/HUD episodes. Please like and subscribe, and y'all have a great day. Bye.
Later. These nuts.